Hello everybody, how are you? I've decided to go to maybe a more structured format. So each day except Friday, which will just be Fun Day Friday, will have a theme. Monday will be Motivational Monday. Tuesday will be Blue Rose Bookstore Book Club. Doesn't that roll off your tongue? I know they say to make names easy, so I picked Blue Rose Bookstore Book Club. Wednesday will be Wisdom Wednesday. Thursday, Transformational Thursday. And like I said, Friday's Fun Friday. Now, I'll be talking about books. I'll be looking for recommendations because I love to read. I'm one of those crazy people. I read 2 or 3 books at a time. For instance, I'm reading Brandon Bouchard's new book, High Performance Habits. I'm reading Ask Gary Vee, and I'm reading a spiritual book all at the same time, just if I get bored. But I think one of my most favorite books, besides my Blue Rose Bookstore, The Gift of Why, besides that being my all-time favorite, my second favorite book is The Alchemist. I love this book. If you have not read this book, you need to get it. Get on Amazon and buy it at the same time you buy my book, The Blue Rose Bookstore. To me, I've read this book so many times, I can't even tell you how many times. I have so much stuff highlighted in it, but I think there's such good points in it. It's about a gentleman, I'm not really sure how old he is. I'm putting him about 20, 22. Santiago, he's a shepherd, and he keeps having this reoccurring dream. He goes to see a gypsy, what they called them, a gypsy who did a reading and told him his future laid at the mountains. At the pyramids, which was in Egypt, and he lived, I forget where he lived now, I think India, but I'm not sure. So he goes on his quest to find his treasure. And there's so much I took away from this book. And if you've read it, please let me know. One is always heed the omens. The universe will always send you clue alerts. The universe will always send you messages. You have to pay attention. I talked about it yesterday. If you keep seeing the same reoccurring thing, for me it was joy. All weekend long, didn't matter what I did. What I looked at, I kept seeing joy, joy, joy. So I knew that I need to have more joy in my life, which I thought I had a lot of joy. So obviously I got to still look at that. And probably my most favorite thing, and I'm not going to pronounce it correctly, is Mektub. And Mektub is as it is written. That it's already written, it's already down. I'm trying to find a correct spelling of it, but I have so much highlighted that it's to be. It's your path. When I wrote my book, it was written. I had to write the book. I've since I was a child, knew I had to write a book. And I wrote another book a couple years ago, and I thought that was it. But the universe kept telling me, nope, you haven't finished it yet. So I wrote this book and thought, okay, I'm done. And now I'm getting little nudges that, we might want to take a little time off, but let's look at the next one. Certain things in your life are written. If you heed the omens, you'll see that. You'll see what is written for you. If you choose to ignore them, then you go down different roads and the universe has to nudge you back onto your path. Also the principle of favorability, which I love. The principle of favorability is when you start on a new path, things go really well for you. You know what I mean? You write a book and people are talking about it and testimonials are great and people are buying it like crazy. That's the principle of favorability. Is the universe letting you know you're good. You're where you're supposed to be. You're in the flow. So I thought that was fantastic. Also his guide. He has a guide that comes to him as he's sitting in the town square. A king. And I can't remember his name. But it was interesting because your guide can come in many forms. He was talking about this gentleman that was mining, and he had been mining for a couple years down in a gem mine, and was ready to give up. And he picked up a rock, and threw it against a wall, and it smashed open, and there was the gems he was looking for. The universe didn't want him to give up, so they're like, okay, we got to step in and help you find your next step. And I'm sure that's happened for a lot of you. You're done. You've done the same thing. It doesn't seem to be working out. Then all of a sudden something happens. It's like, oh wow, this is great. Okay, and you keep moving down your path. That's the universe stepping in and saying, hey, keep going. Or conversely, you know, you're kind of on the wrong path. Let's nudge you over this way. So if you've never read this book, The Alchemist, and it's by Pablo Coelho, not sure I'm pronouncing his name. He's written a crap ton of books. I've read them all. I just love his writing. But this one, it's talking about going on a spiritual quest. It's talking about finding your gold. And the things when you're on your quest that you're supposed to be on your spiritual journey, your spiritual adventure, everything will line up and you'll find what you need to find. Excuse me. You just need to heed the omens, pay attention, stay in the moment, be present, and let the universe flow to you. And if the universe isn't flowing, then do what Santiago does and just sit quietly and just wait for the answer, because the answer will come. The universe will send its answer to you. You just have to be willing to sit and wait for it. So this is a great book. If you've read it, please let me know that you've read it, and let me know what you thought and what your impressions were. If you haven't read it, go over to Amazon and buy the book. I don't have an affiliate link. I'm not in this to make a couple bucks on my Blue Rose Book Club. I just love to read, and I want to share my books with everybody because I love talking about the books I read, and I love listening to books that other people have read to kind of, you know, to find a commonality. I just think it's great. If you're on my YouTube channel, please give me a subscribe. You know, give me likes and all that good stuff if you're watching this live. I really got to work on a live audience. I'm not really good at getting a live audience. I got to figure that piece out next. But I just love giving information, so as long as people see it on their own time, I'm good with that. So this is Karen Barno. It was great talking to you. You know, don't forget to take a look at my book, The Blue Rose Bookstore, The Gift of Why, available on Amazon.com. And here's to finding your gift of why. Bye-bye.